Hello and welcome. When your spirit feels weighed down, this video is for you. It is for you if your thoughts are stuck on yesterday. It is for you if you feel tired and unable to progress. Sometimes the world or a person is not holding us back. The thing holding us back is yesterday. It could be a memory, a mistake, or a feeling of regret. It might be a heartbreak or past failure. It could be a voice that whispers you are not good enough anymore, but you must listen. Your life is not in the past. You are living here. You are living now. You have the power to begin again from this very moment. This video presents 9 powerful lessons. They are emotional and can change your life. These lessons will help you heal from what happened before. You can rebuild your confidence and guard your energy. You will train your brain to move forward. You can design a new life full of peace, power, and purpose. This is more than a simple motivational video. This is a message from one hurting soul to another. It tells you that you can rise again. What you went through does not matter. How much you have lost does not matter. You possess something that the past does not have. You have today. Before we start the first lesson, please remember this. Every word you hear will do more than heal your heart. It will also make your English better. You are going to learn new phrases and emotional expressions. You will hear real sentences used in life. All this happens while you understand life on a deeper level. So if you want to grow in life and in English, subscribe now. Let's begin with our first lesson. Lesson 1. Let go of yesterday. We will start with the most difficult part. It is also the most essential part. That step is letting go. You will never have the freedom to build a healing future. This is because you are still holding on to what broke you. Letting go does not mean you will forget. It does not mean that what happened was acceptable. It does not mean you are weak or fake for progressing. Letting go means you are choosing peace instead of pain. You are selecting growth instead of guilt. You are picking life over your repeating thoughts. And here is the reality. Your mind has the ability to become a time machine. It can take you to the past over and over again. This will continue unless you learn to end that cycle. Letting go is like stopping the bleeding from an old wound. It no longer requires your focus. It means you stop scratching the scar. Instead, you protect it. You allow it to be a part of your history, not your identity. The process of letting go is not easy. I want to be completely honest about that. We cling to the past because it provided comfort, even if it was painful. It gave us a specific sense of who we are. I am the person who was betrayed. Or it provided a narrative for our lives. I failed one time, so I will be a failure forever. Sometimes we believe we are protecting the pain. We think if I let go of this, then they will win. Sometimes we are afraid that we are nothing without that pain. But you must listen to this carefully. You are not the pain itself. You are the one who lived through it. Let me share a simple story with you. A traveler once wanted to climb a very high mountain. He had a large backpack filled with many items. There were old letters and broken souvenirs. There were also heavy rocks from his past. He believed he needed every single thing, but it became heavier as he climbed higher. He began to move more slowly. His breathing became difficult. He was very close to giving up. A wise man saw him then and offered some words. The mountain is not making you tired. The weight you carry is what exhausts you. The traveler began to cry. He started to drop the items one by one. He released the rocks, the letters, and all the weight. He felt light for the very first time. The mountain had not changed at all. He had changed by letting go. Your life is just like that. You are not a weak person. You are just carrying too much of yesterday on your shoulders. Say this to yourself repeatedly. I am not the things that happen to me. My mistake is not who I am. That heartbreak does not define me. My failure is not my identity. I am still standing here. And I choose to have peace now. Peace does not arrive when you finally figure out the past. Peace arrives when you decide you do not need to figure it out. Your chest will start to feel lighter. This happens when you let go bit by bit. Your thoughts will become much clearer. You will stop seeing the same event in your head. Your sleep will begin to improve. You will create room for new dreams, people, and peace. Letting go is not a single event. It is a choice you make every day. It is telling yourself something important. I might not be the person I was, but I am learning who I can still become. Do not weep for yesterday. You should thank it for the lessons it taught you, and now release it. Do not permit yesterday to take another minute from your life. Your future is still out there waiting, but it cannot come in if you are staring at a door that is already closed. You must let it go. Lesson 2. Rebuild confidence after pain. Every person who is hurting experiences a quiet moment. It is a time when they look in the mirror. They may whisper, "I no longer know who I am." If you have ever had that feeling, this lesson is for you. It is for you if failure has shattered your confidence, or if it was heartbreak, betrayal, guilt, loss, or rejection. Because I need to tell you something from my heart. You can rebuild, and you will. You will not become the same person you were before. You will become someone even stronger, smarter, and wiser. You will be more powerful. Let us be truthful. Pain does not just cause hurt. It also causes change. You start to question everything. This happens when someone breaks your trust. It happens when you fail repeatedly. It happens when people mock your dreams. It happens when you try your best but still lose. Am I even good enough? Maybe I am not as smart as other people. What if I fail if I try again? I do not have trust in myself anymore. Confidence shatters in silence. It does not break with a loud scream. It breaks in quiet moments of self-doubt. The issue is that you stop trying when confidence breaks. You no longer speak up for yourself. You stop showing the world your true potential. But your final version has not yet been seen by the world. You are not finished. First, let us clear up a common myth. Confidence is not about being loud. It is not about ego. It is not about pretending to be strong. True confidence is quiet self-respect. It means you trust your ability to manage things. It means being okay without knowing everything. It means getting back up after being crushed. It is saying, "Yes, I am afraid, but I will try anyway." Confidence is not about being flawless. It is about feeling secure within yourself. This is true no matter what is happening on the outside. Begin by making small promises to yourself. You can forget about big goals right now. Simply wake up and do one small task you plan to do. Drink some water in the morning. Take a walk for just 5 minutes. Clean one small area of your room. Say one English sentence out loud. Why should you do this? Your brain notes every time you keep a promise. It says, maybe I can begin to trust myself again. Confidence begins with that trust. It is not trust in others, but in you. You must remove the mirror of comparison. You feel broken partly because you measure yourself constantly. You compare yourself to your old self or to other people. You look at the perfect versions on social media. But listen with care. You are comparing your own pain to their best moments. You are comparing your failure to their moment of luck. Your messy healing is being compared to a fake smile that is simply not fair. Put that mirror away. The only person you should compete with is the person you were yesterday. Speak to yourself as if you are important. Your inner dialogue creates your outer world. You are building a prison with your own words. This happens if you keep saying, "I am dumb," or "I cannot learn," or "I am a loser." Try this instead. "I am in the process of learning. I am improving. I survived," which means I am strong. I may not be perfect, but I am trying. You need to speak to yourself like someone who is deserving of love, because you certainly are. You should celebrate every single small victory. Did you speak one English sentence today? You should applaud yourself. Did you show up when you were feeling tired? That is an act of bravery. Did you reject a toxic thought? That is incredibly powerful. Your brain notices when you celebrate small wins. It says, "I am not failing. I am actually growing." Confidence is not created by big events. It is created by tiny choices made every single day. They stack up on each other just like bricks. You can use your pain as a superpower. This step is the most powerful one. Do not hide your pain. Instead, you must own it. You must use it. You must transform it. You can say, "Yes, my heart was broken. Now I understand what real love is. Yes, I failed before. Now I know what I should not do. Yes, I was rejected. And I still chose to rise up." Pain does not make you weak. It provides you with a special kind of vision. You can now see what other people do not. You feel things more deeply. You think with more clarity. You love with more intensity. And you rise with greater strength. Confidence that comes after pain is not easily shaken. This is because you have already witnessed the worst. You are not afraid anymore. For example, there was a girl in college. An oral English exam was failed by her because she froze. Everyone started to laugh. She cried about it. She did not return to class for 2 weeks. But then she took one action. She would stand before her mirror each morning. She said, "I will speak again. I am not a failure. I am learning." She learned a single sentence every day. She did not learn 100, just one. She spoke in a slow and soft voice. Then one day she stood up in class again. There was fear in her voice, but there was power in her eyes. She passed the exam. She did more than just pass an exam. She passed the wall of fear. She rebuilt her confidence. She did it one sentence at a time. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. You are not behind. You are recovering. You are not weak. You are rewiring. You are not lost. You are relearning how to trust your own 2 feet. This process will require some time, but each step you take back to yourself is a step to a new future. Do not try to rush it. Do not try to fake it. Do not aim for perfection. Just continue building. Use one brick of courage, one kind word, and one step of effort, and one day you will stand tall again. You will not be the person who never fell. You will be the one who rose again when others thought you could not. That is real confidence. That is you. Lesson 3. Protect your energy and stay strong. There is a point in your healing journey. You realize that it is not only the past that hurts you, it is what you permit in your present. That is what keeps hurting you again and again. You might be trying your hardest to move on. You may be working to rebuild your confidence. You may be letting go of the pain. But you are trying to heal on a battlefield. This happens if you stay around toxic people, or if you have draining talks and are in negative places, or if you are surrounded by painful reminders. So this lesson is more than just advice. It is a strategy for your survival. Let us learn to protect the most valuable thing you have left. That thing is your energy. Many people speak about motivation, but motivation is not permanent. It tends to come and go. Energy is something deeper. Energy is your mental clarity and emotional wellness. It is your inner peace, your focus, and your self-worth. It is your will to try once more. And do you know what takes energy the fastest? It is not failure or hard work. It is the people, thoughts, and habits that slowly drain you. We can call them emotional thieves. Here are the 5 most significant ones. First, overthinking the past. You replay the same scene in your mind repeatedly. What if I had done something different? Why did they treat me this way? The past already wounded you one time. Do not let it wound you 100 more times in your thoughts. Second, toxic people around you. These are people who always speak negatively. They laugh at your dreams. They gossip and pass judgment. They blame you for everything. They call you too emotional when you show your pain. You do not have to hate them, but you do need to protect yourself from them. Third, trying to please everyone. You say yes when you truly want to say no. You conceal your real feelings. You work much harder just for acceptance. But you lose a small part of yourself each time you do that. The more you please others, the more you start to fade away. Fourth, scrolling with no purpose. Hours can pass by. You are not learning anything new. You are not healing yourself. You are just comparing your life to others. You feel tired, ugly, useless, and lost by the end. That is not a form of entertainment. That is a form of emotional poison. Fifth, fighting battles that are not your own. You try to fix every person. You carry the burdens of your family, friends, or partner. You clean up their messes. You sacrifice your own peace. And you damage your own mental health. You can help when you are able, but do not lose yourself while trying to save other people. Let us now construct a shield to protect your soul. Allow yourself to guard your peace. You do not owe anyone an entry to your mind, your time, or your feelings. Someone being in your life does not mean they can live in your thoughts. Say this out loud. I protect my peace. I control my energy. I decide what I allow. You are not being rude. You are not being selfish. You are in the process of healing. And that process is sacred. You should set invisible boundaries. You do not need to block or remove people all the time. Sometimes protecting your energy means saying less. It means responding more slowly. It means staying quiet when there is drama. It means smiling, but maintaining your distance. It means loving people from a safe distance. You are not trying to punish them. You are showing respect for yourself. Start doing daily energy check-ins. Ask yourself these questions every night. Who brought me peace today? Who drained my energy? Which thoughts helped my healing? Which thoughts pulled me back down? Then you can make a decision. I will give more energy to what brings me life. I will take energy away from what takes away my light. You must be okay with being misunderstood. Some people will call you distant when you protect your energy. Some will say that you have changed. Some will try to make you feel guilty. Some will pretend to be the victims. You must let them. The old you gave away too much. The new you protects what remains. You must stay strong. You do not need to explain your boundaries, especially not to people who never respected them before. You should create a safe zone for yourself. Have a place, a habit, or a routine to recharge every day. It could be a 10-minute walk without your phone. It could be listening to calm music, or speaking one English sentence in the mirror, or writing down your thoughts, or drinking water and sitting silently, or saying 3 things for which you are grateful. Your safe zone is the place where you remember, I am not lost. I am learning. I am healing. I am enough. There was a man who used to argue to defend himself. He fought back against every insult. He explained himself against every judgment. He apologized for things he did not do because of guilt trips. One day, he simply stopped. He started to smile and walk away. He said nothing at all. He offered no reaction. He slowly regained his peace. This happened because he understood something. You do not have to win every single battle. You just need to win back your own energy. You are not tired due to weakness. You are tired because you give energy to what does not deserve it. Now is the moment to change that. You will not chase people from today onward. You will not beg for attention. You will not explain your own value. You will not fight battles that drain your soul. Starting today, you will protect your energy. You will protect your growth. You will protect your peace. Do it as if your life depends on it, because it truly does. Lesson 4. Train your brain to stop living in the past. You might have already left the situation behind. The breakup is finished. The job is now gone. The person is no longer in your life. The moment is over. But the pain somehow still feels fresh. The memory still has control over you. You might be brushing your teeth. Suddenly, the past hits you with the force of a storm. You might be trying to enjoy an evening. Then, boom, a painful flashback can ruin it all. Why does this happen? Your body left the past, but your brain remained there. You will stay trapped in a loop unless you train your brain. You must train it to return to the present. This loop steals your energy, your time, and your happiness. Let us now work to break that loop. Your brain is not your enemy. It is simply attempting to protect you. It replays the past to understand what occurred. It wants to prevent being hurt in the same way again. It is trying to learn a lesson. Or sometimes it just wants to punish you repeatedly out of guilt. But here is the issue. The brain is not a healer. The brain is a recorder. It repeats what it remembers, not because it is correct, but because it is familiar. That is why healing does not start with motivation. Healing starts with retraining your brain. Let us now learn how to do that. You must name the loop when it begins. Stop when your mind suddenly goes to the past. Say, this is a thought, not reality. This event already happened. It is not happening to me now. Why is this important? Your brain cannot tell the difference between memory and real life. That is why your body reacts to old pain as if it is current. But you break the automatic emotional response. This happens when you label it as just a thought, not a fact. Use this easy grounding technique. Here is a very powerful brain exercise. Anyone can do it, even beginners in English. Do this the next time you feel lost in the past. Look around your space. Say 5 things that you are able to see. Name 4 things that you are able to touch. Identify 3 things that you are able to hear. Point out 2 things that you are able to smell. And mention 1 thing you are thankful for. This may sound simple, but it pulls your brain back into the present time. Your brain cannot focus on pain and peace at the same time. The pain starts to diminish when you give it peace. You must change the language you use about the past. Stop saying things like, I ruined my own life, or I was so stupid, or I can never forgive myself, or they completely destroyed me. Start saying things like this. I did not know better at that time, but I do now. I was not stupid. I was emotional, honest, and in the process of learning. Yes, they hurt me, but I survived that pain. That chapter of my life is finished. I am now writing a new one. Your language rewires your beliefs. Your beliefs change your reality. You must stop dragging the past into your daily words. This is necessary if you want your brain to stop going back there. Limit the triggers that bring you back. Sometimes your brain is doing well. Then a song plays or a photo appears. A place reminds you of something. Or you check old messages just one last time. That one last time can pull you 100 steps back. Do not reopen a wound that was attempting to close. You do not have to delete everything, but you should give yourself some time. Stay away from old photos and places you visited with them. Avoid messages, gifts, and memories that do not aid your healing. This is not a sign of weakness. This is called emotional recovery. Train your brain with some new routines. Here is a secret for you. Your brain does not stop thinking about the past just because you told it to. It stops when it is occupied building something new, so you must give it something better to focus on. You can start with small things. Learn 5 new English words each day. Take a 10-minute walk while you listen to a podcast. Read a single page of a book every day. Write down 3 of your thoughts every night. Repeat this sentence every morning. Today is a brand new day. I choose to have peace. You are replacing the old loop with a new one. It is a loop that gives you power, not pain. New routines create new brain wiring. New brain wiring creates a new life. There was a man who was unable to sleep for 2 years. It was not because of stress from work. It was not because of a disease. It was because he kept replaying a specific moment. The moment was when his partner left him. He went back to that day every single night. He was unable to stop it. One day his therapist told him something. You are not healing because you think pain is your only memory. She told him to do 3 specific things. 1. Say this sentence. That was a moment. I am not that moment. 2. Write 1 positive sentence about the future each night. 3. Walk for 15 minutes each morning and repeat this. I am no longer in the place I was before. I am where I am now. He could finally sleep again after 60 days. Why did this work? He trained his brain to stop replaying his pain. He trained it to start practicing being present. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who has control over them. Your brain is very powerful, but it is also trainable. You do not need to believe every single thought. You do not need to follow every single memory. You do not need to stay stuck in a time that is gone. You will interrupt the loop starting today. You will label the thoughts. You will ground yourself in the present. You will speak with a new language. You will build new routines. And you will forgive your brain. It is just trying to keep you safe. But now, you will protect yourself. Do not live in the past. That version of you does not need your attention any longer. The new version of you is waiting to be born. Train your brain to come back to where your life is. It is happening here. It is happening now. Lesson 5. Your past doesn't define you. Your next move does. Let us begin with a truth that people do not hear enough. You are not your past. You are not your failure. You are not your pain. You are not what was done to you. You are not the worst thing that has ever happened to you. And yet, you live as if you are. Why is that? When a painful thing happens, it does not just end. This could be a breakup, a betrayal, a loss, or a failure. It could be a moment of shame or embarrassment. Your brain makes that event a part of who you are. You stop saying that thing happened to me. Instead, you start saying, that is who I am now. And that single lie destroys your future. Let me ask you something. Is a man who fails one exam a permanent failure? Is a woman who experiences one heartbreak unlovable forever? Should we call a child broken if they make one mistake? Of course we should not. But we do this to ourselves all the time. You say things like, I am not smart. I do not have confidence anymore. I am not good with other people. I am not lucky. like everyone else. I am not lovable. But those things are not facts. They are only scars. And scars are proof of survival, not your identity. If your past does not define you, what does? Your next decision does. Your next sentence does. Your next move does. Let me say that one more time. You are not the person you were before. You are what you choose to do. Next, you are writing a new story every time you try again. Every time you speak up or take responsibility, every time you choose peace or show kindness, every time you say, I am not giving up today. And your past? That was only the first chapter of your story, not the end. Imagine a girl who spoke with broken English. She was laughed at when she gave a presentation. Her classmates made jokes about her accent. She cried and missed school for 2 weeks. She told herself, I am just not supposed to speak English. But one day, she looked in a mirror. She said, they do not get to decide who I am. My next move will decide that. She began learning 5 new words each day. She practiced saying sentences in the mirror. She made some mistakes, but she continued on. And 1 year later, she gave a speech on stage. She spoke English flawlessly. The audience applauded her. But she was not proud of the speech itself. She was proud of the next move she made after she failed. Your past is not what is holding you back. The story you tell yourself about it is what holds you back. From today, do not repeat the story about your pain. Repeat the power of your own choice. Say this out loud. I am not who I was. I am who I choose to become. The next sentence that you speak is who you are. The next decision that you make is who you are. The next brave step that you take is who you are. Lesson 6. You were meant to be broken so you could build better. This might sound a bit strange, but sometimes the worst event in your life is the best for your soul. Because pain does not only destroy, pain also reveals. Consider this for a moment. A building that is weak on the inside must collapse. Only then can it be rebuilt in a stronger way. A seed must first break open to start growing. A muscle has to be torn before it can become more powerful. So perhaps you did not break because you were weak. Maybe you broke because something stronger needed to be born inside of you. Maybe life had to show you some things. It had to show you who your true friends are. It had to show you what is truly important. It had to show you how much strength you really have. It had to show you what you truly deserve. And it had to show you who you were never meant to be again. Pain is like a mirror. It shows you your true self. And pain is also like a hammer. It shapes the person you are becoming. Here is what many people fail to understand. You would have kept living as someone who was not truly you. This would have happened if nothing had broken you. You would have kept people who did not deserve you in your life. You would have remained small, silent, and afraid. You would have accepted a version of life not meant for your greatness. But the pain you felt shattered that version, and now you are free to build something real. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? You should say, this happened for a particular reason. I might not be able to see it right now, but it is shaping me into something greater. You do not have to be grateful for the pain, but you can be grateful for the lessons the pain taught you. The old you was not prepared for the life you really deserve. The broken moment made you grow into someone who is ready. There was a boy who was bullied for many years. He was shy, insecure, and spoke very softly. One day, a teacher publicly insulted him. The entire class started to laugh. He went home and cried for many hours. He made a decision to never speak in public again. But he became a motivational speaker when he grew up. Why did this happen? Because that pain provided him with a mission. I never want anyone else to feel as small as I did. So I will teach people how to speak with confidence. I will teach them how to rise and how to fight back. He used the same pain that once broke him. He used it to build a platform that transformed thousands of lives. That is not a sign of weakness. That is a sign of transformation. Let me provide you with a short guide. You must accept that you are broken. Do not try to deny it. Forgive yourself for not being stronger at that time. Look for the lessons that the pain taught you. It may be truth, clarity, boundaries, or values. You must start something new. This could be a habit, a mission, or a practice. Tell yourself this. This time I am building with bricks of truth, not illusion. The past version of you constructed a house of glass. Now, you are building your house with steel. You did not break because you were weak. You broke because it was time to build something stronger. Wear your pain like armor, not like chains from today on. Use your cracks as sources of light, not as wounds. Tell your story not with feelings of shame, but with power. Say this along with me. I was broken, but I broke open. And I will build something so powerful, even I will not recognize it yet. You are not finished. You are just getting started. Lesson 7. Stop asking why me. Start asking what now? Why did they decide to leave me? Why did this specific thing happen to me? Why do I always seem to get hurt? Why do I never have a win? Why does it work for other people but not for me? Why is my life this way? You are human if you have ever asked these questions, because pain always comes with many questions. And the most dangerous question is, why me? It may seem like a search for some understanding, but it is actually a cage most of the time. Why me is the question that keeps you stuck inside the storm. Meanwhile, the sun is already rising outside. Let us now break this pattern. Your mind starts to search for someone to blame. This happens when you keep asking, why me? Your emotions become trapped in feelings of self-pity. You begin to feel like you are a victim of life. You tell yourself that life is not fair. You feel there is no reason to even try. This creates a repeating loop. You feel powerless, so you stop trying. Then life gets worse. And you ask, why me again? The more you ask it, the smaller you will feel, the more bitter you will become, and the longer you will stay broken. But there is a better question. It is a life-changing question. It is a powerful question. It is a question that transforms pain into action. What now? Why me looks to the past. What now looks to the future? Why me creates feelings of blame. What now creates a sense of responsibility. Why me keeps you feeling stuck. What now moves you forward? Imagine a strong bridge that connects two cities. Thousands of people use it to cross every single day. One day, a powerful storm occurs. The bridge collapses completely. Now one side is totally cut off. No one is able to cross. Supplies can no longer get through. Trade comes to a halt. And panic starts to set in. The people on both sides keep asking questions for days. Why did this happen to us? Why did it have to be this bridge? Why did it happen now? They begin to argue. They blame the people who built the bridge. They write angry articles about it. They talk and talk and talk. But the bridge stays broken. Then one day, someone finally asks, what now? That one simple question changes everything. They start gathering materials instead of complaining. They build boats to transport people temporarily. They send out teams to rebuild the bridge. They install new safety checks. They improve the new design so it will not collapse again. A stronger bridge is built within just a few weeks. It is better than the one before. It is faster, more beautiful, and more prepared. The storm was not what stopped them. The question was what stopped them, until they changed it. You are the same way. Your life was just like that bridge. The storm came. It broke everything. But you remain stuck asking, why me? Today is the day that you will stop. Let us say you have been heartbroken, rejected, or hurt. Ask, what now instead of, why did they hurt me? What am I able to learn from this experience? Ask, what now instead of, why did I fail once again? How can I improve for the next time? Ask, what now instead of, why is life so unfair to me? How can I protect my own peace and rise again? What now is not just a question. It is a command that you give to your brain. It tells your mind something important. We are not going to stay here any longer. Let us get up from here. Let us move forward. Let us build something new. Say this out loud with me right now. I do not need to understand why everything happened. I just need to choose what I am going to do now. You do not need a perfect explanation for everything. You need a next step to take. You will start healing faster than you thought was possible. This happens once you take that next step. Lesson 8. Build a powerful vision for your new life. Let me ask you a question. What would you do if I took away your pain? What if I erased your past? What if I gave you a sense of peace? Then what would you do? What kind of life would you create? Because here is a truth that most people do not understand. Healing itself is not the final objective. The real transformation is creating something beautiful after healing. So it is now time to stop focusing on what broke you. You must start focusing on what you will build next. They stop crying, but they do not start to dream. They stop overthinking, but they do not start to plan. They stop blaming the past, but they do not build for the future. They sit in the silence, but they forget to ask this, what kind of life do I want to have now? And so they just go around in circles. They feel peaceful, but also empty. They feel calm, but they have no direction. But that will not be you, not after you hear this. You are going to design a new vision for yourself. It will be so powerful that your past will not recognize you. It is not simply a goal. It is a clear picture of the life you want to create. It includes the type of person you want to be. It includes the kinds of relationships you want to have. It includes the kind of energy you want to carry with you. It includes the peace, success, health, and impact you want to build. It is a mental picture that you wake up for. It is a picture so beautiful that you stop looking backward. Imagine a field that is full of broken glass. It was once a beautiful garden, but a fire came and destroyed everything. Now, only ashes and pain are left. Most people will sit among the ashes. They will cry. They will ask why. They will stay right there. But one day, someone picks up a shovel. They begin to clear away all the glass. They bring in new soil. They plant new seeds. They water the ground every single day. They clean the air. They add color, light, and music. Months later, the field becomes a new garden. It is even more vibrant than it was before, and no one would ever believe it was once a burned mess. Your life is like that field. You have ashes and you have pain. But you also have seeds. Your future will look nothing like your past. This will happen if you start to plant those seeds now. Here is a simple exercise for you. Take out a notebook or open your notes. Then answer these questions. What kind of person do I want to become? Confident, calm, brave, fluent in English, or emotionally strong? What kind of peace do I want in my daily life? Less drama, more silence, freedom from anxiety, or gentle routines? What do I want to build next? A new habit, a small business, a body transformation, or a better relationship with myself? Write down your answers. Look at them every single day. Visualize them as if they are already happening. and take one step toward them each day. You cannot create a better future for yourself. Not while you are still holding the plans of a broken past. You must tear up the old map. You must design a new one. Say this along with me. I am no longer focused on the things that hurt me. I am focused on what I will create. Next, your life is not just something to survive. It is something to design, to build, and to love. It is something to live to the fullest. And starting today, that is exactly what you will do. Lesson 9. You don't need closure. You need courage. We all wait for it to happen. That one final message, or that apology, or that explanation, or that moment when everything makes sense. We think if they would just tell me why, if I could just ask them one more time, I could finally move on if they gave me closure. But here is the real truth. You do not need closure. You need to have courage. Because the apology will sometimes never arrive. The answer will sometimes never make any sense. The story will sometimes never be completed. The person will sometimes never explain. You will waste years of your life if you wait for them. You will be standing at a closed door, waiting for it to open. We believe closure is something that they provide to us. But true closure is something that we give to ourselves. It is the moment when you make a decision. I do not need an answer in order to grow. I do not need their sorry to feel a sense of peace. I do not need them in order to heal. I choose to heal. That is where real power is. Because we are emotional human beings, we want things to make sense to us. We want to feel like we are seen. We want to know why we were not enough. Why they lied to us. Why it had to end. Why it failed. Why they hurt us if they loved us once. But let me ask you this question. Would it undo the pain if they came and explained everything? Would it give you back your time? Would it return your lost sense of peace? No, it would not. Their explanation is not what brings peace. Your decision to move forward is what brings peace. Courage is not always loud. It does not always need to shout. Sometimes courage is just getting out of bed, even when your heart is feeling very heavy. It is smiling at the mirror when you want to cry. It is saying, I deserve better than this. Even when you are all alone, it is walking away from a person who still holds your heart. It is choosing peace over having all the answers. Say this along with me. I do not need to have closure. I just need the courage to walk forward, even if I never hear the word sorry. Because peace is not something that is given to you. Peace is something that is claimed by you. Maybe that is the closure if they did not give you any. Let that be the answer if they walked away from you. Let that teach you how to value yourself if they did not value you. And if they happen to come back one day, you will not need their explanation any longer, because you will have already walked far beyond their reach. If this video has touched you in some way, if it has helped you to heal, if you feel even a little bit lighter, stronger, or clearer, then please subscribe to this channel. Not because I have asked you to, but because you deserve to continue growing. You deserve to be in a space that understands your pain, a space where your power is built up. This channel is about more than just English. It is about becoming the version of yourself you were always meant to be. So please subscribe and let us walk this journey together. I will see you in the next video. Until that time, do not cry for yesterday. Build something beautiful for your tomorrow. Take care of your heart. Take care of your mind. And never, ever forget your own worth.